Here we are entering the milk house. Bolt tank washing machine. Goes to a pump. De-valve tank. Stainless steel wash basins. 4 milking units with pulsators, controls, vacuum pump, that's where the strainer would go in, right there. Strain, filter the milk out. Compressor. Pump to pump milk from the whey jar into the tank. This goes around the other side. Headed out to the cow barn now. Guess the snow blows in through all the cracks. This side is where we used to keep our heifers, our cows that were our young calves that are older but not cows yet. It's a head-to-head feeding situation with Pat's gutter cleaner. Stairs go up to the hayloft. We'll come down those on the other end. We'll go up the other side and come down those ones. Headlocks, stanchions. Been pretty beat up over the years of use. Down here we got some with the braces still. Grandfather said these on the end were put in a little later, so that's why they're still there. You can see the little nubs there where the braces used to be. And they go up, mount to the bars to hold the headlocks in place. And you can see how these braces go in the concrete here and then tie into the metal hoop that holds the stanchion part. Comes down the other side. Pipeline all the way on this side. Where the gutter cleaner went out. Through there and came back on this side and back around to clean the barn. So we had 36 cows on this side. And if we had any extra milking cows, they would go on this side. Because this one has quite a bit, actually. 2, 4. It actually milked 16 more on this side, so 36 plus 16. Yeah, water bowls in between every other cow. 2 cows would share a water bowl. This is the hay chute where I used to throw the hay down from upstairs. One of them. There's even another small hay chute down to this end. Right here. There's Cody's old Toro tractor with a snowblower. Doesn't need that living in Tennessee anymore. Here's a little pen. Used to keep our newborn calves in this little pen. Just a little 4x4. As they get, a week or two older, we'd put them in this pen right here. Nice and small. Easy to clean out. Gutters right on the back side. Just throw it over the wall. And from that little pen, we'd put them in this little bigger pen, where they could learn to drink off water, grain feeder, and an old hay feeder in the corner. Then once they were off milk replacer, they'd go into this pen where they had water all the time. Used to hay them there and put grain on this side. After this, they would go in the stanchions up here, and they would have access to their water. And in springtime, summer, we'd put them out in the pasture. Our heifers, just let them roam all summer long. Extra kind of hay storage. I have seen calves in here before when we had a lot, but mostly it's just used for extra hay storage, and mostly it was for bedding. Now there's an old compressor, air compressor. So we used to fill this with square bales. Because of the floor and the sides, we only put them, I think, 4 high in here. Then for some reason, right here, this bay between this wire and that next wire, they'd stack it right to the roof. I don't quite understand what the theory was, stacking it that high here, and then over there and over there, only 4 high, but barn never fell down, it worked. There's a door over there, a door here, and a door over there for the hay to come in on the elevator. This part of the floor here actually collapsed, I don't know, 20 years ago or more. David Value helped us put the beams back up, put a floor over it. It might look pretty sketchy, but it's solid. As long as you don't step on the end of the board, you're all set. Now we're in what we call the horse barn. Back when they didn't have tractors, they only had horses. The horses were kept underneath us here. There's an old sleigh. And there's a door to load hay out of, and we always loaded hay in through that door right there. A&T. H-O-N-Y. LAFLASHJUNE 5. Looks like 1426. Also, right here looks like it could be an 8. 1826, that sounds more like it. See, there's a little dot there. Looks like it's supposed to. Probably didn't have an 8 stamp, and they just used a 4 and then put a 1 on it. There you go, you can see it better there. This would be full of hay for stacked 4 high. And these are the horse feeders. Put the hay down in there. Get the wooden bars that the horses pull the hay through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of them. Got an old wrecked sleigh. You got your old utility sleigh. You got your going to town sleigh. Nice wide boards. I don't know if you can. It's at least a 2-footer. Here's one. All that room. Used to be a barn connected onto this one that went out there towards that little tree. That fell down before my time. The old oat shed, they used to call it. Our chicken coop over there in the back. 2 square bale wagons. Go down to the actual stables now. There's our elevator. Used to put hay in the barn. Old tack room. Horse stalls. Used to be a horse stall, but I believe they modified it to hold some kind of chickens or guinea hens or something. This was their kind of a big walk-in pen. Used it for birthing maybe, or I need to work on a horse. It's good size. This is VT Yank. 10, 3, 15. And that's not 2015, that must be 1915. Another view of the walk-in pen. It's feeder over there, looks like a 2-place feeder. Little hole over there where they threw grain into the feeder. Old silage blower for the silo. More tack and harnesses and old horse-drawn implement. Now we'll go the other way over the cattle barn. Down underneath us in there is an old snow roller. Before they plowed the roads, they used to hook horses to it and roll the snow, pack it down for the sleighs to slide on. Here's over the cattle barn. Stack hay in here, four high, I think. That was four. That was three over there. The mezzanine. Still got the old rail and rail cart for the loose hay when they used to put loose hay up here. There's one of those chutes. Open up, drop hay down. Used to open up this window and stick that elevator through I just showed you. Come up in here and have to stack them all in here. The other window that we started in this one, filled this end of the barn, filled up to here, put it in that window, filled that on the barn, worked back to the middle. Here's another hay chute. Been some repairs over the years to hold the roof up. That part of the roof where it's new tin and new lumber actually blew off, 13 years ago or more. Here's that little hay chute. And a door to open up to the barnyard. Oh, there's the trolley. Way up there. I would have a big hay grapple on it. Go out the barn and pick up the hay, loose hay, off the wagon, and pull it up in the barn. A diamond head. Bottle we used to feed the calves with. And this part was a lot newer. Used to be a milking parlor here, double four. Come in through there and get milked and go around this way. It was a double four parlor, but they only had 4 machines, so you had to milk one side at a time. Holes in the ceiling there for grain to fall down both sides. So what they call the hospital room had some stanchions in here where the bench was. You could bring cows in from the freestall area, lock them up and give them shots, breed them, whatever you had to do. These were the old grain bins. When they used the parlor, used to blow them in through those pipes. That side. Can't really see anything in here. Two of them, one there, one here. Cows would return from the parlor this way, walk through the hallway. Of course, there don't be tractors here, but was the free stall. Had a cement bunk running down the middle that my cousin Brent Kendall smashed out, him and his friends, in the early 90s, but I still remember it. This part of the Quonset hut stayed standing when the other 2/3 of it blew down in 2007. You see the cattle, a couple cattle stalls still remain. I had bedding on both sides all the way down, and a bunk down the center. Pretty long. It's all grown up with trees and stuff I've got to get cut out here. Alright, here was the end. Used to push the manure off this little shelf and park the spreader down there and just fall right in the spreader. Go spread it on the fields. Yeah, this used to be all undercover until it all blew down. The right half actually fell straight down, but the left half of it ended up tangled in those trees over there and out in the field. See, at that point we had both these tractors. The little one, the little bucket tractor, was actually in the barn at that point in time. Luckily, no damage is really done to it. Cracked the windshield, I think, if I remember right. The big one was outside in the field, so nothing happened to that. That's the end of this one. When spring comes, we'll do a walk around the outside.